There's a guy who bullies you every single day, telling you that you're worthless, you'll never amount to anything, you don't deserve to be here, you're just a piece of turd on the sidewalk scraped off of other people's shoes. Except it's not another guy, it's your own head. Or in my case, my comment section. This video, I'm gonna tell you how you can stop the negative self-talk in your head and stop bullying yourself. If you don't know who I am, I'm Louis Angel, and I'm a self-improvement YouTuber. Now, let's get to it. So basically, if you've looked at my comment section at all, which is not that big, literally just any few videos, like every few videos will have a few comments. Every now and then I get these people telling me, oh, you should stop coping. The black pill is pretty in your face. Like, just accept it. And the thing is, like, these comments haven't told me anything that I haven't already thought myself at some point. I used to have a really big problem with negative self-talk, and it doesn't completely go away. I still have it quite a bit. But I've recently made some pretty good progress with treating the self-talk, and I want to share you what I've learned. So I'm sure in line with this, I'm thinking of one specific comment. I don't remember in what video it was. I think it was actually in another video like this one, where I was recording in the car and it was nighttime, except I was in the garage instead of outside. But yeah, similar environment to this one. Oh, and I was in the back seat. And the comment was like, the black pill is pretty in your face with how your life is. You should stop coping. And you get that thought frequently on self-improvement if you've gone a long time and, like, you feel like you've only made mental progress but not actual enough physical progress in the world as you should have. You think, man, is all this self-improvement stuff real? Or isn't it just like brainwashing myself until I eventually, like, become successful? Like, aren't I literally just lying to myself over and over and over again? Like, get real. Is any of this really working? And now, yeah, there's definitely, like, some self-improvement stuff that's just like, oh, just keep telling yourself in the mirror that you're great and that you're meaningful and that your life is great. But, like, if you're not doing anything, then telling yourself in the mirror as many times as you like won't make a difference. But yeah, like, you reach the point where you wonder if all the stuff you've learned from self-improvement and even religions like Christianity and Buddhism, if they're any true, or if isn't the materialist, like, black and white black pill view so much more accurate? Because it's the one that it's the one that the negative thoughts in your brain, like, seem to just naturally go towards. Like, oh yeah, of course sex is great. Of course, like, banging multiple women is great. Of course making a lot of money is great. Of course you're worthless if, like, this is the state of your life. And of course, like, you're just trying to cope and not really doing anything, like those thoughts. And it's easy to think this because all the self-improvement books you read are, like, they try to hype you up. They make an appeal to logos, but also to the emotions, to the ethos, is that what it's called? They try to, like, hype you up and make appeals to your emotions, especially, like, the YouTube videos. They really get emotional. They try to appeal so much to your emotions that, like, when you're depressed and in your black pill mood, like, you think, is this really logical? And the way it clicked for me that it is when I read the self-improvement stuff that I knew summarized in one of my psychology textbooks. I'm taking multiple psychology classes for my medical degree, and one of the psychology textbooks talked about, I have it written right here, cognitive control, and how that develops. It starts actually reaching, like, its full potential when you're, like, not full potential, but, like, it starts actually maturing in, like, your mid-20s or something, and, like, you can always change it later in life, but when you're a kid, it's not really that activated. So cognitive control, I'm just going to read you verbatim what I copied and pasted from the book. It involves exercising effective control in a number of areas, including focusing attention, reducing interfering thoughts, and being cognitively flexible. And more on that. This one's a big paragraph, just bear with me. It's really good. Like, please listen to what this says. Self-oriented thoughts, such as worrying, self-doubt, and intense emotionally laden thoughts may especially interfere with focusing attention on thinking tasks. Cognitive flexibility involves being aware that options and alternatives are available and adapting to the situation. Before adolescents and emerging adults adapt their behavior in a situation, they must be aware that they need to change their way of thinking and be motivated to do so. Having confidence in their ability to adapt their thinking to a particular situation and as an aspect of self-efficacy also is important in being cognitively flexible. all the same self-improvement stuff that I've heard again and again and again, but in books by like these gurus and like in religions like Buddhism and Christianity. So it makes you wonder, like, is this just cope? Is this just a fanciful way of saying things? Like, isn't reality in front of your face? But no, that's the key. This isn't a self-improvement book. It's literally a textbook. The goal here is not to get you psyched up. The goal here is to instill academic information to you in as objective a way possible. And this is what they're saying. Cognitive control involves the efficacy of your mind, includes focusing attention, reducing interfering thoughts, and being cognitively flexible. Self-oriented thoughts such as worrying, self-doubt, and intense emotionally laden thoughts may especially interfere with focusing attention on thinking tasks. I know this. I feel like this actually kicked up into gear after I got into self-improvement. After I got into self-improvement, I noticed that whenever I sat down to do work, I started immediately getting bombarded with thoughts like, oh, you'll never get a girlfriend. Oh, all this is to get a girlfriend, but like, you're never actually gonna get a girlfriend. You'll die alone. It feels almost like after I got into self-improvement, and probably from watching Red Pill YouTubers, these thoughts started coming more into my mind whenever I tried to do work. And I started thinking, maybe these thoughts are right. Maybe they're truth. But like, it's right here in an academic, objective textbook that is not trying to motivate you. It's telling you, like, yes, hard work, tasks that involve focus, like negative thoughts like worrying and self-doubt. I love that it calls worrying and self-doubt self-oriented thoughts. Like, you're actually being extremely selfish when you worry and have doubt, because you're just focused on you. You're not focusing on the big picture that you want to accomplish in life. Me personally, I want to help my family's medical bills, and I want to contribute a lot to charity with animals one day. And here I am thinking about myself and having a girlfriend with worrying and self-doubt. I don't know what else to say. It's an academic textbook. It's right here. Intense emotionally laden thoughts may interfere. Like, the level of your cognitive control, the measure of the effectiveness of your mind is how well you can focus attention, reduce interfering thoughts. Whenever you get a negative thought, how well can you reduce that? And being cognitively flexible, being flexible to the situation. And it made me realize, like, oh yeah, other people get this. Even the most successful people have doubts and worries and negative self-thoughts, but they are successful. It's not that the difference between successful people and you is that you're inferior. The difference is they can deal with those thoughts of inferiority. They can channel them into productive means, or they know how to effectively deal with them. That is the difference between the successful people and you. They are having the same exact thoughts you're getting. It's just that they don't let those thoughts derail them from their work into a hopeless spiral train of thought. Trust me when I say this. The successful people are having the same exact thoughts we have. You have. I have. It's just that they control them better. So your self-improvement stuff and the religious stuff and spirituality, it's not all in vain. It's not all hocus pocus. Don't let the black pill and like the manosphere get to you. Like, your automatic impulse thoughts are not right. Remember, your thoughts are not truth. Your thoughts are not true. They are just thoughts that come from the ether into your brain. What is true is the decisions you choose to make about those thoughts. You don't control the thoughts that come into your brain, but you do control the thinking, the reactions to those thoughts, the thoughts about those thoughts, the way your thinking proceeds. I hope you learned something from this video, and remember, it's not learning if your behavior doesn't change. See you around.